Welcome back to Roses and Ashes, Fi. Let's dive right back into our story and further explore what happens to Marco, Elena, and Maid Dela Cruz. The person at the door is Mateo, Rafael's head of security. He reports a suspicious car parked down the street. Rafael tells Elena to wait in the hall. He and Mateo talk in low voices. Elena is terrified. After Mateo leaves, Rafael walks Elena to his study. He doesn't yell. He is calm and cold. He tells her he knows about her mother's illness. He knows about her debt. He tells her he had his security team dig into her life after she stole from him. He says, "The man in the car is Marco, the loan shark. Why is he here? Tell me the truth now." Elena breaks down. She tells him everything. She tells him Marco threatened her brother. She tells him Marco forced her to come back to rob the safe. She shows Rafael the threatening texts. Rafael listens silently. When she is done, he says, "You made a mistake coming back. But Marco made a bigger mistake threatening you under my roof." He explains that Marco is a small-time criminal. Rafael deals with bigger threats every day. He offers her a new deal. "I will make your family safe. I will erase your debt to Marco. But you will do exactly what I say. You will help me trap him." This is not a request. Elena, seeing no other way to save her brother, agrees. Rafael's first actions to secure Elena's family. He sends Mateo and a team to her mother's hospital. They move her to a private, secure wing. They assign a security guard to her room. Next, they go to her brother's school. They pick him up and take him to a safe house that Rafael owns. Elena watches all this happen on live video feeds in Rafael's security room. She cries with relief. The fear that controlled her for years starts to fade. Rafael tells her, "Your job now is to focus. You cannot help them if you are scared," Rafael tells Elena she needs to be able to defend herself. He hires a self-defense instructor, a tough woman named Val. Val comes to the mansion every day. The training is hard. Elena learns how to break free if someone grabs her. She learns to use her keys as a weapon. She learns to be aware of her surroundings. She is sore and tired, but she feels stronger. Rafael sometimes watches the training sessions. He doesn't smile, but he nods in approval. Rafael also trains her mind. He stops treating her like a maid. He makes her sit in his study while he works. He teaches her how he runs his business. He shows her how to read a contract and find the hidden tricks. He teaches her how to negotiate. He says, "People will try to trick you if they think you are weak. You must learn to see the trick before they play it." He involves her in the plan to catch Marco. He asks her, "How do you think Marco will react? What will he do?" He listens to her answers. For the first time, someone values her opinion. One night, they are working late in the study. Elena is tired. She makes a suggestion for the plan that is very smart. Rafael looks surprised. He says, "That is a good idea." He almost smiles. They order food and keep working. They start talking about other things. Elena asks him about his work. He asks her about her dreams before her mother got sick. They talk for hours. The wall between them begins to crack. The plan is ready. Elena, under Rafael's instruction, texts Marco. She tells him that Rafael is leaving town for a night. She says it is the perfect time to rob the safe. She gives him the security code to get through the gate, a fake code that will alert security. Marco takes the bait. He texts back, "Don't mess this up." On the night of the planned robbery, the mansion is ready. Security hides in the rooms. Rafael and Elena wait in the security room, watching cameras. Elena is nervous. Rafael is calm. He says, "He is predictable. He wants the money. He will walk right into the trap. To calm her down, Rafael starts talking. He tells her about his son. He tells her how he died from a long illness. He tells her that after his son died, he closed himself off from everyone. He thought love made you weak. He looks at Elena and says, "You are not what I expected." Marco and two men break into the study. They go straight to the safe. It is open, filled with money. As Marco grabs the cash, the lights turn on. Rafael and Elena walk into the room. Security guards rush in from behind them and grab Marco and his men. Marco is furious. He screams at Elena, "You're dead. You and your family." Rafael steps forward. He plays a recording from his phone. It is Marco's voice, clearly threatening Elena and admitting to his crimes. Rafael says, "The police are outside. You are finished." The police come in and arrest Marco. The threat is over. With Marco gone, Elena expects things to go back to the way they were. She goes to Rafael's study to thank him and say goodbye. She says, "The contract is over. You kept your word. My family is safe. I will leave now." Rafael looks at her. He says, "The contract was for a wife. I don't need a contract wife anymore." He pauses. "But I need you." Elena is confused. He explains, "I was wrong about love. I thought it was a weakness. But seeing your strength changed me. You are brave. You are smart. You learned fast. I don't want you to leave." Rafael doesn't just ask her to stay. He says, "The contract is void. I want to start over. With you. For real this time." He offers her a new life. Not as a maid or a fake wife, but as his partner. He offers to pay for her to go to school, to study business. He wants to help her build her own life with him by her side. Elena thinks about everything that happened. She realizes she loves him. She loves the man who saw she was strong, even when she was weak. She says yes. After defeating Marco, Rafael kept his word. He didn't just want Elena as his wife. He wanted her as his partner. He set up an office for her next to his. At first, she just watched and learned. But soon, he started asking for her opinion. Elena saw things differently. She noticed how the staff was afraid of Rafael. She suggested small changes. Better breaks, a kindness bonus. Morale improved, and work got better. Rafael was impressed. He started giving her small projects to manage. She was good at it. She understood people because she had been one of them. Rafael enrolled Elena in business classes at a top university. She was nervous, but he hired tutors to help her. She studied hard late into the night. Rafael would often find her asleep at her desk over her books. He started to admire her determination more than anything. Rafael decided to build a new luxury hotel. He put Elena in charge of the project. It was a test. She was in charge of hiring the staff, designing the guest experience, and managing the budget. She thrived. She used her eye for detail to make the hotel feel luxurious but also welcoming. It was a huge success. The business world took notice. They stopped calling her the Maid Rafael married and started calling her Elena Dela Cruz, co-founder. During this busy time, Elena found out she was pregnant. They were both shocked and scared. A baby was not part of their original plan. But they were also happy. The pregnancy brought them closer. Rafael, who had lost one son, was terrified but also filled with hope. He became very protective. They had a son and named him Miguel, after Elena's father. The new company, with the hotel a success, Elena had an idea. She wanted to start a charity foundation to help people like her family, people drowning in medical debt. Rafael thought it was a bad financial decision. Elena didn't back down. She made a full business plan. She showed him how it could be good for their public image. And more importantly, the right thing to do. He finally agreed. The Dela Cruz Hope Foundation became one of the most respected charities in the country. It was Elena's project and she ran it with passion. Their success attracted a new enemy, a rival businessman named Carl Thornton. Thornton was old school and didn't like that Rafael had brought his ex-maid into the business. He started a smear campaign against them, spreading lies about Elena. Instead of hiding, Elena fought back. Rafael wanted to crush Thornton with money and lawsuits. Elena chose a different way. She organized a public press conference. She stood in front of the cameras and told her whole story honestly. The debt, the contract, the fear, and how she and Rafael built a real love. She was humble and strong. The public admired her honesty. Thornton looked like a bully. His campaign backfired. Strengthening the family, they had a second child, a daughter they named Sophia. Their family was complete. Rafael, who was once a cold workaholic, now made sure he was home for dinner every night. He played with his children on the floor of his expensive study. Elena made sure the mansion felt like a home, filled with laughter and noise. Rafael's trusted security chief Mateo was getting older. He wanted to retire. Elena remembered how he helped save her family. She and Rafael gifted Mateo a beautiful house by the ocean for his retirement. It was a thank you for his loyalty. Their son, Miguel, was now a curious boy. One day, he found the old, cleaned teddy bear that had started it all, sitting on a shelf in his father's study. He asked about it. Rafael and Elena sat him down and told him a simplified version of their story. They called it How We Found Each Other. They taught him that everyone has value, no matter where they start. The United Front. Major economic crisis hit the country. Many businesses were failing. Thornton's company was on the verge of collapse. He came to Rafael, begging for a bailout. Rafael and Elena discussed it together. It was a chance for revenge. But Elena said no. She said, "We are better than that." They offered to buy Thornton's company at a fair price and save the jobs of all his employees. Thornton had no choice but to agree. It was the ultimate victory. They defeated their enemy not by crushing him, but by being better. 10 years after Elena ran away in the rain, she stands on the balcony of their penthouse. She is wearing an elegant business suit. She is on the phone, finalizing a multi-million-dollar deal for their company. She hangs up and looks inside. Rafael is on the floor, playing blocks with their 2 children. He is laughing, a genuine, happy laugh she once thought he was incapable of. He looks up and sees her. He smiles. "Everything closed?" he asks. "Everything closed," she says. The Dela Cruz family is in the garden of their estate. Miguel is kicking a soccer ball. Sophia is sitting on a blanket, drawing. The scene is peaceful. Sophia holds up her drawing. "Look, Papa. It's our family." Rafael looks at the drawing. It shows him Elena, Miguel, and Sophia. But there is a 5th, smaller figure holding Elena's hand. Rafael, smiling, "It's beautiful, mi amor. But who is this little one?" Sophia responded, "I don't know. I just felt like someone was missing." Elena, who is watching them from the patio, overhears this. She smiles softly, but then her hand unconsciously moves to rest on her stomach. She shares a thoughtful, slightly surprised look with Rafael. The possibility of a new chapter hangs in the air. Every empire has a new beginning. The story continues. Please do not forget to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell for more updates. See you in the next one.